Hi, my name is James Harkins. I am a computer musician based in Guangzhou, China, and for the last several years I've been developing a live coding system for music, which is called ddwChucklib-livecode. It runs in the SuperCollider programming language. I've got a SuperCollider window over here already, and so I just wanted to introduce the basic features, and maybe it will get you interested in playing with it. So to use it, step one, you need to install SuperCollider. Should also include the SC3 plugins, but that's optional. After installing SuperCollider, go to the ddwChucklib-livecode manual explains how to install. You can find this on GitHub at the repository. Let me copy this and just make it a little easier for you to read. Jamshark70, ddwChucklib-livecode. In this page, there is a clmanual.pdf. That is the document that we are looking at in the other window, so that's how to find it. The installation section tells you about system requirements. In SuperCollider, you can download extensions automatically if you install something called the Git version control system, which should be git scm gitscm.com. Why is it going there? gitscm.com. Okay. From here, you can install for Linux, Mac, and Windows. Once you have installed this, it should be a simple matter in SuperCollider of you just do quarks.install ddwLivecode instruments. Oh, I see I've made a typo. Right. When you do this, it should download all of the packages that you need. By the way, to run a statement like this in SuperCollider, you press the Control key and the return key, or in Mac, the little command key. I don't have to do this because I've already installed it, but that should do it. If you don't want to use Git, then there is this list of Quark packages that you need to download, and there are instructions of what to do with them. So it's not actually that difficult. I think it's easier with Git. So, you know, your mileage may vary. Okay, before diving into the package, I will shout out a couple of people. Alex McLean, who is well known in the live coding community. Some videos of his system called Tidal Cycles were very inspirational for me. Also, there is a previous live coding system called Lang by Thor Magnusson that gave me a starting point for the syntax. So, all right, without any more ado, installation section also says running CLL in a session. When you start up SuperCollider, the CLL compiler is not activated. This is on purpose because you might want to just use normal SuperCollider syntax. I recommend to start off, use this command, load all cl.eval. Okay. And it thinks for a minute, and it puts these up. You should boot the server, which my server is already running because I'm using it to record audio, so I won't do this right now. The one last thing you can do is cll GUI.eval, and this pops up a window with some controls, which is currently should be, yes, it is active on my nano control. It will also show you some things about the active musical processes. All right. Also, to start off, I'm going to set a tempo, which this is standard SuperCollider syntax. And let's also set a key. This is not standard SuperCollider syntax. So this is a helper function that's provided with Chucklib-livecode, and I'm telling it I want to use E minor. Okay. CLL is organized around musical processes. These are self-contained packages of musical behavior, and to start them, we make one. And there are several templates already provided. If you go through the tutorial, it will explain several of them. But you can read that on your own. So let's make a drum process for a kick drum. And we need to tell it which drum to use. So the format of this statement is we are saying make the name of a factory, the name of the process that we want to create, and parameters inside parentheses. You can actually stack these by doing a slash in the middle and do another set like that. Okay. Now, as we see, there is a BP, it's a musical process called K. Over here in the SuperCollider post window, one thing to take note of is the parameter map. The parameter map tells you which values will be accepted for this process. So there is a star, there is an OX. And how do these differ? Well, it tells you that, so this one, the O is a relatively large number. The underscore is a relatively smaller value. So this enables you to do accents and ghost notes. Okay, so let's make a very simple. Also, I will say over here in the GUI, if you, from a list in SuperCollider, you need to control drag. It's a little bit funny, but control drag, and I can put this into the GUI slot where now its volume is completely controllable by MIDI. Okay, I'm just adjusting my volume there. Let's make a very simple musical pattern. Okay, so this is string notation from most computer languages. In the string, we have put one of the characters that you find in the parameter map. So let's run that, and it says a proto, so it's good. Everything is fine with that. Let's turn it on with a plus. Okay, and it will wait for the next bar line and give you some noise. So what is this? We're doing kind of a standard techno type of tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. By default, we're assuming 4 beats to the bar. You can change that. This single item within the string means that that there is one note at the beginning of the bar. So the entire bar takes up one note. That should be pretty straightforward. Okay. One fun little feature in this environment is if I type the name of the process and hit the evaluate key, it doesn't actually do anything except it just copies the text in here. So you can edit it. Let's edit by putting another item in. Now we have divided the bar into two things. Again, pretty straightforward. Right? Users of title will understand where that idea is coming from. Okay, let's divide the bar into 4 and put a space at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. A space is, you will find when you use pitched instruments that the space is not actually a rest. The space is just a placeholder to say that we need to take up some time. This actually represents quarter, quarter, half, quarter, quarter, half. But again, nothing should be surprising here. Okay. Dividers. If I want to play a rhythm like 1, 2, and, you might think I should do, wait, how many? There's the problem. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it works, but it's really inconvenient for editing. So the actual way that I would write this in a performance is with dividers. So now you can see there's a beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4. You can actually read these rhythms right off of the text. Okay. Dividers do not have to have the same subdivisions. So if I put in some syncopated 16th notes, then we get something like this. Again, like you can read these because there are 2 subdivisions here, you would think 8th notes. There are 4 in here, you would think 16th notes. Okay. Let's add another instrument. This statement is a little bit inconvenient to type, and drums are kind of simple players who want to have easier access to them. So there is a there's a shortcut for drums. This does the same as this, except instead of deep kick, we are saying tight snare. And let's make that mixable too. Okay. Again, over here in the post window, it tells you what is the name of the process. It also tells you that you have accents. Ghost note is a dot. And for this one, the regular note is a hyphen. So we will say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put that on the 4th beat and turn it on. Okay. Again, with dividers, we could have some fun with this. Let's have a little. But I'd like it to be a little funkier. Let's do that. Okay. We could play off of these by using a Let's get a clap going in here. Okay, clap. Let's just put it on beat 2. These buttons are also active. You can click. Okay, and finally, hi-hats are a little bit different because there are two sounds involved, the open hat and the closed hat, so it has a different function. I also have a keyboard shortcut over here. If I click in there, I can do caret, the little hat character, and then these are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that goes up. It's a little bit faster in performance. And these are also MIDI enabled. Well, MIDI enabled, I haven't put anything in yet, so logical error message. Let's just do 8/8 notes. Try that again. Let's throw in a 16th note as well. Okay. If you could only play drums, that's kind of boring. So we do have pitched instruments that you can use. Again, some of these are listed in the manual. I will make kind of a basic pulse wave lead. So for pitched instruments, you need to make a player, then a process. This means that the playing algorithm is separate from the instrument. So we make a PL instrument, and I will just make a melody player. Yes, that's all I need. Okay. Now it has created the instrument and the player. I will take the player up to the top. You can also right arrow over here, get some parameters. I want to work with the filter frequency, which I will throw into the control knob. And this is now fully controllable by MIDI. Let's start kind of high. All right, put in a little bit of material. I'll throw in the dividers first. Let's go a kind of high part. Okay. Okay. So, actually I should explain this. Notes are given as scale degrees. 1 is the tonic. Remember, we already set E minor. Is the tonic, 2, etc., up to an octave. So if I play this, we should get eighth notes. Very simple eighth notes. Pitch is more complicated than single characters. So we have some modifiers that you can use. Like, okay, comma, takes it down an octave. Okay, the apostrophe raises it by an octave. 2 of them raises by 2 octaves. We can go back to that. You can have sharps. And flats. Okay, let's get rid of that. I don't like that. Okay. So the note is where the number is, and then other characters attached to it alter that. So let's, okay, this is a slur. So we're going to slur up from an E up to an E an octave above. And let's put in a staccato raised fourth. Okay. I actually wanted that to be up the octave, but I kind of like it where it is. So if I want up the octave, I just put in this. But I'm going to go down. Okay. While you're improvising, then you can just keep adding notes incrementally. Let's play around with the filter. We'll take the gain parameter up. This is a resonance control. Okay, let's keep adding notes. Okay. Similarly for a bass line, let's get a bass line, bass instrument, and now I'm kind of blanking on the name of it. Oh yes, pulse bass, PBS. Bass player. The melody player assumes that you want the reference point to be middle C. So if we want a bass line, we need to drop it down an octave. One other thing that I can do with it, but I won't do right now. Okay, let's put some of these up. Actually, I probably should have put that in there, but anyway. So in performances, I often do this. Put several controls up on here. What should the bass line do? Let's make it. Use your ears compositionally. It's a little bit, sounds a little funny that way. Let's maybe put in a little note. Okay, play with the parameters. This one sounds kind of, yeah, much better. So you can mix it in where you want it. So these actually right here are the basics. I will give a little teaser of a feature called generators, which allows you to randomize the material. So let's take, for example, there is right now a hi-hat at the end of the bar. What if I want to put it on any of these open 16th notes? Well, I can first define the basic pattern. There's 8 of them. And then let's insert an open hi-hat, one of them, on some open 16th note. photographs moving. What if I want one or two of them? Well, I can just write like that. Okay. Similarly for snare drum, I could have this as a basic pattern. Maybe I insert one or two ghost notes on a 16th note. Now, as I listen to this, I hear a lot of them are coming on a 2, 3, 4, and, or directly on a beat, which doesn't sound funky enough to me. So I would really like to force these off the beat. Well, one way that I can do that is, copy that again, let's put them on the beat and then shift to them by a 16th note. So it's guaranteed it will be on an 8th note, then it gets shifted either forward or back by a 16th note. You will get more syncopation this way. Bass. The X here, you might wonder what that is. That is a true rest. So this is forcing this note to be cut off. If we don't have it, you get... Actually, I kind of like it that way, though. Yeah, always some fun surprises with this. So... there are many more features that I'm not going to talk about today. I think this video is long enough as it is. But let's maybe get out of this texture. Okay, and cut it off. Okay. So I hope that gets you interested. That's been this has been about 5.5 years of gradual development, and it's really exciting for me to see it working. So anyway, hope you're interested. If you do want to play with it, go to this website. You can download the manual, and that will help you to get started. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. Let's see if I do another one in a couple of weeks. Okay, bye.